Welcome traders to this week's analysis of dollar index and forex pairs. My name is Vic. I'm the founder of Vikensa Capital Management. In this video, we will be covering a dollar index, DXY, and major pairs such as Euro USD, GBP USD, and few others. So stay tuned and let's start. Okay, so we are here on dollar index. I've been already talking about this scenario on dollar index for almost a year and a half, and it has almost reached our target now. It has taken a complete year, and it has been completely following our analysis. So, how did I analyze dollar index on higher time frame? So, if you pay attention to the monthly time frame here, you will be able to notice that market fell here, went up and fell down like this, and in that process it created a W pattern. When W pattern completes, the market goes down. It fell down here and then started to consolidate a little bit, and it went into this multi-year consolidation. Now, around here, it broke out of that consolidation and started to go up. Now, if you look at the whole structure here, what you will notice that it is nothing but another W pattern which has completed, which is about to get complete. That is why I suggested that approximately 110 is going to be the target, and then if that is also broken, then 113, and if that is broken, then 127 or something, and then there will be few more targets to the upside. So dollar, as opposed to most of the people were saying that the dollar was going down. Now the same people have started to say that euro is going to die or GBP is going to die. So just focus on the chart, do the multi-time frame analysis, and you'll be able to see it for yourself instead of believing other people and bloggers and news outlets. Just look at it for yourself on higher time frames, and you'll be able to find that there are patterns which are forming, and you'll be able to benefit from them. So if I bring in the original analysis, this is what we had. We have been following this analysis since here we were here. Okay, remember at this point in time, um, most of the reports were saying that dollar was going to die, but we were looking for a bullish movement because we already knew about this W pattern and this FCP zone. Right now, last week, dollar made another push after taking a little while, but dollar made another push to the upside, and it has started to move towards our ultimate target here on this FCP zone at 110 or so, approximately there. It's already there in FCP zone. That means it can fall down at any moment in time because the W pattern is complete, which means that the market is supposed to fall down. But it's possible that it may continue to go up for days and maybe probably weeks before it falls because we are looking at monthly time frame. So it is still bullish. So do not start to think I can build huge positions in dollar index on bullish sides because we are in FCP zone and it can fall at any moment in time. It just needs a little catalyst. In the previous analysis, if you remember, this is what I mentioned. I remember I said the dollar was still bullish and it was going to go through this trend line, uh, and then we were going to look at an extended W, and we will probably have a divergence sort of scenario once it starts to approach 110. And this is the arrow that we drew, and this was the trend line that we followed. Okay, so the dollar has been following that analysis quite nicely, and it is nearly at 110. Last week it kind of went very close to it, but started to fall back down. Now you can see it consolidated, created a breakout candle, and now it is probably ready to go to touch 110, maybe a little bit more. As I said, we have a W pattern here and we have overall multi-year W pattern, so it can start to fall down. So be very, very careful around it. Okay. So bearish scenario says that it can start to fall, and we'll look at to some of those levels as well. And in our premium analysis, we cover all those levels accurately. We provide all the levels and scenarios. This is just a public analysis. It probably won't have that kind of information, but in our premium analysis, we have all of those levels present. So here, the market can start to fall down. because we are in FCP zone. But right now, this is what it is doing. It is simply towards this FCP zone, which is 110, 111, near about that. And after that, we might be able to see some sort of correction. Remember, we have been dollar has been bullish for a long time now. Okay, which means that whatever correction will come, do not think that the dollar has reversed, because market moves in this structure. It goes up, falls down a little bit, goes up, falls down a little bit, and goes up, falls down a little bit. So this is what it has been doing: going up, down, going up, down, goes up, and probably it will come down for a minor correction. This minor correction will probably come to some place, an important level here, and then probably perform a double top or some sort of that thing, and then it will start to fall down. So that is a possible scenario in dollar here. Now, remember, I was talking about the divergence here. So if you are using Vata and Visage or any other indicators such as stochastic or relative strength index, then you can actually put in there. So let's use a relative strength index here. And if I bring in that, you will be able to notice that the market has been the market has been going up. However, the RSI has been pointing down. And this is this kind of divergence I was talking about. You see, even this between these points, the market is going up and it will probably go to 110. However, the RSI is pointing downwards, which means that dollar is going to go down at some point in time. But because we are looking at high time frames, it may take days or weeks. So this is what we have on dollar. Remember, even if you are not trading dollar, it is going to affect whatever asset class, whatever pair that you are trading, because dollar is still the dominant force behind all the markets, or nearly all the asset classes are dependent on dollar, in directly or indirectly. And if you are trading any of these pairs, which are such as Euro USD, GBP USD, anything which has USD in it, then you are definitely going to want to look at the dollar index analysis. Okay, so this is what we have there. Now let's look at Vata and Visage. What Vata and Visage has been telling us, it has been able to reach this particular target. Remember, Vata and Visage shows white dots as possible targets. So if I look left, last week it has been able to reach this particular target, which was left here in March 2020. This target has been reached, and now the new target has appeared. So if the dollar index finds enough momentum, new strength, then it can still go to 112 or so. That has been indicated by what I envisage on weekly time frame. There is a sell signal here, which obviously did not work out because the market is bullish. And when the market is bullish, you should just follow the higher time frames or follow the trend. If the market is moving in one direction, not particularly bullish. So this is what we have on weekly and monthly. Let's look at daily time frame. On daily time frame, most likely it is going to give us a new signal tomorrow. Otherwise, let's look at the 4 hour time frame. On 4 hour time frame, we have already got a signal, and that is pointing towards this particular target, and that is 110. So it is getting very close to 110, and we are still in FCP zone. So what I'm going to do is actually look for short positions if I get an opportunity for long term or swing trading. On the day trade side of things, or short term trading side of things, I will look at the market as it comes, right? I will not have a strong bias to the upside or to the downside. But remember, we are in FCP zone, so ideally at some point in time our bias should turn into bearish mode. Okay, so this is what we have here on dollar index. Let's look at Euro USD. Okay, on Euro USD, if I forget about that chart, that's old. On Euro USD, this is the chart that I gave you. Okay, this is what I mentioned last time as well. The market was supposed to go and touch or go deeper into this FCP zone. Market came right into that and started to go up. You see, on Friday the market fell into this and started to go up. Then it came back down. So it is kind of consolidating. Why is it doing that? Because Euro USD is the biggest one in the entire DXY basket. So if DXY is going to go up, Euro is going to come down. So I won't be surprised if euro actually comes down even further if dollar is picking up strength. So let's ask. what envisage what it is trying to do. So if I come and look at Euro USD, and if I look at the week monthly time frame, there are two targets which are available here. One is approximately here, 0.98992, and then we still have this target open which is 0.98329. So that is still possible, which means that market is still bearish. The market can still fall down. Last week it came and touched one of those targets. If I'm not wrong, it actually touched it. Yes, it touched and then started to go up. Now it is falling down once again because it probably wants to go to that 0.98329 level. If I go to the daily time frame, we had a very good signal here, which did not actually work out. But if you were like taking short-term trades, maybe like based on trade management or your risk management, you were able to collect some profit here. Now the market is falling down. Why? Because it needs to still follow the higher time frame. That is why multi-time frame analysis is must. So if monthly is telling me that it wants to go down, then there are very good chances that daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, all those levels will fail because higher time frame once is bearish. So okay, so this is what we have on Euro USD. The next one is GBP USD. A lot of you actually have asked me to talk about GBP USD. In fact, in our poll as well, um, we in our poll, a lot of people said GBP USD. Now, before that, let's look at what actually happened on DXY in our public channel. You are welcome to join this channel as well. So DXY, as I said, this was nicely moving to 110, and this was predicted on June 8th. On June 8th, we said, okay, if it breaks through this 104, it was going to go towards 110. So you see, irrespective of news, irrespective of NFP, irrespective of data or whatever, only higher time frame patterns are winning. Okay, and that's how it should be. Just focus on those patterns and manage your risk. Okay, so let's look at GBP USD. Okay, on GBP USD, as I mentioned before in the previous analysis, it is still bearish. So if I look at monthly time frame, the market is probably going to break through this previous low. That is quite a possibility now. Why? Because we have very nice M pattern, but this M pattern is actually an extended one. So I'm expecting it to break through this and go below the previous low. So GBP USD is still bearish. Now, going forward in coming weeks or months, there is a possibility that it will try to go near about here. Okay, it is quite possibility that it will go to that level here. Okay, that is a possibility, but it remains to be seen. In our premium analysis, we will have better levels and better scenarios because in there we make use of other tools as well. Now, if I look at GBP USD on Vata and Visage, you will notice there are two targets which have been given by Vata and Visage. Okay, so the first target is approximately here, which is 1.11202. So that is also a possibility, and you see for that it will have to break through this, and now that is very much a possibility because it's very close to it. So this is the next target, like the previous low around there. They can be a little bit push upwards, but ultimately it's going to break. Or if I go to the weekly time frame, I've got a target for you, which is approximately here, 1.13515. So if I go back to monthly time frame, these are the two targets that I've got. If I go to H12 target has already been reached. As you can see, this was the sell signal and this is the profit target here. So that has already been reached. So this is what we have on GBP USD. If you want a better analysis, in-depth analysis covering all the scenarios and much more accurate levels, then you can always subscribe to our premium analysis. For that, you can find a link in the description of this video, or you can contact us directly. Okay, let's look at um, maybe USD JPY. So let's look at that. Okay, USD JPY is still bullish, and as I mentioned here, okay, in the public analysis, these are the two levels, intermediate levels that I gave. So the market came here, fell down as expected, then it started to go up, and this actually acted as support. Now market has gone up and created this extended W pattern, and this is the first time in years it has reached 140 level. So I'm expecting market to fall down a little bit. Why? Because we have approximately here in a supply zone, and there was a gap. Remember, I was talking about this last time. There's a gap around 139 that has also been filled. So if I draw Fibonacci from here all the way to this level, what you will notice that it has come to 61.8 and it has crossed 88.6. It is right there at 88.6. So that means the market is ready to fall. But tie this analysis of USDJPY with DXY. Remember, DXY is still bullish and it can go to 110, which means that USDJPY can still go slightly higher before it starts to go down. So always read DXY and USDJPY together in such scenarios at the moment. So this is what we have on USD JPY here on the charts. Let's look at on what I envisage. So if I look at USD JPY, by the way, what I envisage is available again in the public domain, and the monthly subscription option is still available. So if you want to subscribe to monthly or quarterly or annual subscriptions, you can find the link below in the description, or you can contact us directly. You can also join our Telegram group, and you should be able to contact us through there. So if I go to the monthly time frame on USDJPY, what do we have is there are no targets available here, which means that market has okay, yeah, there was a target here. This target has been reached last week, and that is here, uh, approximately 140.431. So that has already been reached accurately. Now if I go to the weekly time frame, on weekly time frame there was a target here, this white dot. If you can see this white dot, that has already been reached. Now we have got a new target, which is going to be like this. But because we have been building a divergence, remember the market is going up, and that this trend is showing me that market wants to go down. I'm not sure whether it will be reached. If the DXY finds enough strength from USDJPY, or because of the downfall of EURUSD or GBPUSD, then it is quite possible that USDJPY will reach 144.9 as well, so 145 approximately. So that is quite a possibility on USDJPY. So this is USDJPY, and what next? USDCAD. Okay, let's look at that. I think this is an old analysis. Let's look at USDCAD here. Okay, USDCAD. I believe I mentioned that USDCAD was bullish, so the market has been going up. Remember, we have this W pattern, so there is a chance that it will fall down, and hence, last week we saw this little correction here, a huge push to the upside, little correction. This correction is telling me that, for the next day, as soon as the market opens, remember we have this bank holiday as well in US, so Labor Day. So remember, market may not move as per your expectations, remember that. Okay, so next day, is going to be very important. If it becomes bearish, then there is more chance of it actually falling down. If it turns to bullish, then the market will probably going to continue for enough, in fact, bigger momentum into approximately 1.33 level, which is going to be very, very nice long trade if it breaks through the previous high. So that is quite a possibility. Let's check it out on what I envisage. So we are looking at USD CAD here, and we are going to go to monthly time frame. So the monthly time frame, this target has been reached, which we talked about last time. And if I go to the weekly time frame, there is a target available, which is approximately here 1.32665. And if I go to the daily time frame, we also have a target open, which is here 1.32307. So daily targets are like that. But remember, if the market picks up momentum, then it can go much, much higher. So what we'll have to do is just wait for how, this market opens and closes on Monday, right? So we were able to cover DXY, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, and USD CAD. Hopefully, you find this analysis useful. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, put in a comment. Let me know your feedback on the analysis, share it with other traders and trading communities. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great trading week. Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.